Hi, I'm Kelly from WILDCOAST. Today I'll be demonstrating what sustainable and unsustainable fishing looks like through a fun and yummy lab for all grade levels. This lab can be done in the classroom and depending on the grade level can be adjusted for older groups. What's the most important thing for an ocean to be? Healthy. Healthy oceans and fisheries are essential for life and the provision of food, livelihoods, and a strong marine economy. Nearly 3 billion people rely on fish as a major source of animal protein. This large demand can create many problems, though, one of the biggest being overfishing. Almost a third of the commercial fisheries globally have already collapsed, and since only a few of the ocean's fish stocks have been assessed, this figure may be largely underestimated. There is an urgent need to work at all levels to drive commercial fisheries towards sustainability, while improving the management of the world's small-scale fishers and aquaculture practices. This is a goal of MPAs, or Marine Protected Areas. MPAs can be different depending on where you go. Some allow all kinds of activities like fishing, swimming, boating, while others restrict what may be taken from the MPA. By restricting what gear people may use and what species people may take, we can protect California's natural resources and preserve marine ecosystems. California has 124 MPAs. 11 of those are found in San Diego County alone. These MPAs protect different habitats where various animals live. MPAs give marine species a safe place to breed and grow, as you'll see in today's lab. In this lab, students will assume the role of an angler and use various tools to assess how fishing habits affect fish stocks. By the end of the lab, students should be able to identify why MPAs are important for creating healthy oceans. Before the lab begins, ask your students what they think will be the different outcomes for the MPAs in the areas that have no restrictions. Now I'm going to demonstrate what sustainable and unsustainable fishing looks like. You'll need one bag of popped popcorn for each group. Butter, no butter, kettle corn. The type of popcorn, it's up to you, but students will be eating it. You'll also need enough red vines for each student to have one. And we do recommend red vines because other brands of licorice don't seem to hold up as well. And then you need one bowl and one cup for each group, and then spoons for only a few of the groups. First, break the students up into groups of approximately 2. If you have enough resources, every student can be on their own. Second, give each group a bowl, which will represent their ocean, a cup, which represents their catch of the day, and then a few of the groups get spoons, which represents a net. Each person does get their own red vine. This represents a standard fishing pole. Have the students bite off each end of the red vine so they are able to suck air through it, similar to a straw. Now fill each bowl halfway with popcorn. The popcorn represents fish. Tell a few groups that they are MPAs so they are not able to catch any fish that are in their bowl, no matter how badly they want to. Tell the students whose bowls don't represent an MPA that they can start catching fish with their red vines only, kind of like this. Allow students to catch fish until their bowl has just a few fish left. This usually takes about 15 seconds. Remember, students in the MPA should not be catching any fish since their part of the ocean is protected. Now tell the students to count the number of fish in their ocean. For every fish they still have in their bowl, add 2 more fish. This represents reproduction. So if they have 5 fish left, you will add 10 more fish to their bowl. The people whose bowls represent MPAs will have a lot more fish than everyone else's bowl, but don't point this out yet. Note that students are able to eat the popcorn or fish that was caught. As you go along, also fill out this paper so students can see the effects of sustainable and unsustainable fishing practices on offspring. Have students repeat going fishing, but tell the students with spoons to use them this time. Again, students with the MPAs cannot fish inside their bowls, but any popcorn that has overflowed and fallen out of their bowl, they can fish since they have spilled over into unprotected waters. Give students 15 more seconds to go fishing. At the end of the 15 seconds, repeat the counting and adding of popcorn. Each fish still in the bowl gets 2 fish. Students with the MPAs will start to see that their oceans are much more plentiful. Repeat these steps until everyone that doesn't have an MPA has no fish left in their ocean. Ask the students to look at their ocean and compare them to the MPAs. They will see that the MPAs are full of fish, while the oceans with no fishing restrictions are empty. Also ask students to compare their fishing poles to the nets. Did one fishery crush faster than another? At the end of the activity, you can go ahead and let the students with the MPAs eat all of the popcorn in their bowl. Ask the students which they think is an example of sustainable fishing. Also ask the students what they think we can do to make sure every ocean has more sustainable fishing practices. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you are interested in more resources you can use in the classroom, log on to wildcoast.org and click on the Resources tab at the top of the page.